Welcome. So today the theme of the video is 50. There's 50 states in America. The Denver Broncos won Super Bowl 50, and today marks day 50 of my quarantine. One more fact about 50, I hear if you smash that like button, there won't be 50 more days of this quarantine. There'll be a little less. Who out there is going a little crazy? Because I'm starting to feel like this is a jail cell. At the beginning of this, we could have easily said, wow, now I get to sit in my pajamas, work from home, living the life. We need to accept it and try to do our best to win, even if it's another 50 or 100 days. Today, I will be sharing 5 methods that have worked for me in my first 50 days of this quarantine that help me get through it, help me stay positive, help me feeling good. There's so much noise out there. There's news, everyone's got an opinion, everyone's an expert. You need to control what you can control and don't worry about the other stuff that's going on. So make sure you stay around for the whole video because these 5 things will help you have the best next 50 days possible. So let's jump right into it. First topic I want to deal with is eating. To keep it simple, we're going to narrow it down to 2 things: nutrition and budget. If you didn't know how to cook before this, now is the perfect time to learn. There's tons of resources online. People are posting videos pretty much every day. If you want to learn how to cook an egg, you can learn. If you want to learn how to make a beef Wellington, there's a way to learn. If you only rely on prepared food and takeout food, you are not in control of what's going in your body, and it's going to cost you more. I used to work in the restaurant industry, specifically in the kitchen, and you would be completely surprised to see how much butter goes into every dish. You wonder, why does restaurant food always taste so good? Because it has lots of salt, because it has lots of fat, and they make the food taste amazing. But you can't eat like that every day. And if you're at the store buying already prepared foods, say in the frozen section, yes, they're convenient, but the quality of the ingredients in those foods isn't the best, and eating something like that every day adds up and takes a toll on your body. The method I've been using is cooking for 95% of my meals. I know cooking can seem like a ton of work, but it really isn't. 20-30 minutes to make a meal. The next day you can eat it again for lunch. It's the best way to go. When thinking about nutrition essentially means you are what you eat. What you choose to put in your body as fuel is what your body will have to run and fend off any diseases. If you're eating enough nutrients, you have a higher immune system, which you have a higher chance of fighting off something like a virus. It's not going to guarantee that you will not get sick because of it. It'll just give you better odds to fight against it. When you make your own meals, you can add whatever ingredients you want. I try to add vegetables into every meal. For example, a smoothie. I make a peanut butter chocolate smoothie with banana, all that stuff, protein powder, and I do sneak in some greens like spinach and spirulina powder. You don't even know it's there half the time. You can add a half a cup or a cup of spinach and it really doesn't change the taste much, and you're easily getting a portion of vegetables. They're low in sugar, low in calories, usually have high fiber, and they're just good for you. Try to eat a rainbow of foods. The more color on your plate, the better. But I don't mean color like candy and things like that. I mean like natural colored foods like dark leafy greens, orange carrots, and red peppers. And some people think that going to the grocery store and making your own meals is expensive, but if you buy your food in bulk, so buy your protein in bulk, and you buy vegetables in their natural form, you are usually getting the best deal. During these unstable economic times, you really need to focus on your spending habits, and food is a major expense for people, so keep an eye on it. Going out is very costly. Make sure you plan your meals before you go to the grocery store. Plan what you're going to eat, and that way you'll not overspend and you'll have more money for your savings and other things that come up. But I'd say don't forget to treat yourself. If you do well with your food and your nutrition and planning, give yourself some kind of reward. It could be 1 or 2 takeout meals per week. That way you're also supporting the local restaurant industry. You may have a restaurant that you love and you want to support, so do your part, help them out. But for most of your meals, do it yourself. You'll learn a great skill that you can take for the rest of your life. It'll help you get through this way healthier and way more cost effectively. So the next category is to do 1 active thing per day. The options are endless. We could take a walk outside, take a run outside, do an online exercise class, try a yoga class online, go for a bike ride. As long as you're doing at least 30 minutes, you're gonna be winning. And sometimes people feel lazy. They're like,
oh, I don't have the energy to go out today. I don't have the energy to work out.
But it's funny. You go out, you do a giant run, you come back, you have more energy than before. Why is that? So any exercise or physical activity that gets the blood flowing and your heart rate up, it'll release endorphins, and by the end of it,
You're gonna have an increased energy level.
at the end of all these workouts, you're gonna have way better mental clarity. I was about to film this video in the morning. I was having my breakfast, my coffee. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start filming, but I'm like, I'm gonna go for a run first, and now I feel a lot more sharp and ready to go. If you're looking for a great way to start your day and get your days going, start with a run. I promise you, you'll be more ready for your days if you get that exercise in. You'll feel great. If you've been lazy for the last 50 days, you still have a great opportunity to turn around and get more exercise. Within 1 week of exercising, you're gonna feel way better. You're gonna feel like a completely different person. Next up, we're gonna think about our environment. We spend a lot of time in our apartments, in our houses, in our rooms. So first off, I like to start with my closet. Go through it, find anything that you may not be using and get rid of it. Put it in a pile. During these tough economic times, there's people out there that could benefit by you donating those goods better than it sitting in your closet not being used. Once you have your pile of clothes completed, do a quick tally of how much you think you spent on those items. It is crazy how much we spend on things like fast fashion. You buy something, you wash it once, sadly, it doesn't fit you the same, so you just don't wear it again. But yeah, once you figure out how much money you're spending on useless items, you could think for the future, and for next time you plan on making a purchase, think about the money going towards a trip or to some investments instead. So once your closet is a little cleaner, go to your kitchen and look at your food. If you're like me, you buy a ton of food and sometimes you don't eat it all. It's just sitting in the pantry, it's sitting frozen in the freezer. So what I did was I did a quick inventory of everything that I had in my freezer and my pantry. So when I'm planning my grocery trips, I know what I already have. And when I'm planning what to cook, I can try to utilize the ingredients that I already have instead of buying more. So number 4 is skill up. Use this spare time to relax, yes, but also to build some skills. It's time to try something new. At the beginning of trying something new, I warn you, you will suck at it unless you're like a born natural. But if you actually enjoy this thing, you'll be surprised how quickly you progress in it. You could also start a new book, find a new podcast to listen to, or take some kind of online class. There's online classes on YouTube, and there's ones that you can pay for like Skillshare. Find something that you're interested in and gather as much information as possible on it. You may be working for a company that's going through a little bit of a challenging time right now. What you can do as a staff is show them your worth, show them that you have more to offer to the table than your basic job description. See what you can do to do something extra. That way you're gonna help your company weather the storm, and when this is all over, you'll be way more respected and way more valued. Another thing to learn is investing. Tough economic times present the best opportunities to start investing and start getting into the market. If you have no idea what it is, start with opening an account at least. Deposit a little bit of money, could be $50, could be $100, and learn where do I put the money first. You'll find so many resources online. There's tons of people on YouTube. There's tons of books you can read on where to put money first. My advice would be look at an index fund. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's very simple once you realize what it is. If you play your cards right now, you will build momentum that could last for 10 years. So the final thing, number 5, would be to reflect. If you think about the past and the present, it'll set up a better future. Some of these tips I have include going through your old photos. You probably have so many photos on your phone that you've never shared with someone, haven't really taken a good look at. Share them with your friends and family. Try to relive those memories that you took a picture of. You might as well relive them. This will inspire you to create more memories once this is all over, once we're free to do life again. Another tip would be to keep track of your thoughts. Some people like journaling, some people do voice notes, some people take videos of themselves. Do something, because these are really interesting times. It'll be interesting to look back at a time with so much uncertainty and think about how you overcame that. It'll give you confidence in the future when life is more predictable and more stable. And this could very well be a turning point in your life. A lot of us may be forced to make big changes career-wise or have to move. A good thing is to figure out how you got to this stage in life. Think about where you want it to go next. You are in control of your life. You can carve it out. Yes, there's different speed bumps. It's the way you overcome those speed bumps to get to the next stage. So where do you want to be in 5 years? This is a great time to really take that turn in that direction. And I just want to remind you that this will all be over at some point. There is no definite light at the end of the tunnel yet. But What you can do right now is control what you can control. And yeah, if you enjoyed these strategies and you feel more inspired after, make sure you like this video. If you have any other strategies that you think have worked for yourself, let me know in the comments. And lastly, please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more of what I have to offer. I'll see you on the next one.